there has been some evidence both from members of the community and city staff that work in our housing division that persons in the community were experiencing difficulty obtaining housing that seemed to be related to their source of income, and that is particularly true of Section 8 tenants. So the ordinance that's before you this evening would address that, provide a civil remedy, and would also increase the penalties in the city for housing discrimination.
The Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles asks the Council to approve the staff's proposed amendments to the city's housing anti-discrimination ordinance. At present, neither federal nor state law prohibit discrimination against Section 8 voucher holders. Santa Monica should join the increasing number of states, counties, and cities that have passed laws protecting these individuals from discrimination. Section 8 is one of the key ways housing is provided to low-income tenants living on fixed incomes. Without Section 8, these tenants might otherwise live on the streets, in shelters, or double up with relatives. SSI, under $900 per month, is hardly enough to afford housing. The Section 8 program was created to increase housing choice in the private market. It is the leading form of low-income housing assistance in the country, serving over 2 million households. However, the program is plagued by discrimination. Various nationwide studies have shown that owners refuse to accept Section 8 about 40 to 50% of the time. A recent survey in Texas revealed that 91% of private landlords across 5 counties refuse to house Section 8 voucher holders, even when the voucher payments were high enough to cover market rents. Discrimination is most severe in wealthier neighborhoods like Santa Monica, even though Santa Monica has increased payment standards. We see the refusal to accept Section 8 as a form of tenant harassment. Private landlords often refuse to accept Section 8 even from their existing rent-controlled tenants, even though they could get more rent from Section 8 than under rent control. They say no, assuming that long-term rent-controlled tenants will vacate rather than lose their vouchers, allowing owners to increase the rent to market. Section 8 tenants are often limited in their choices for housing in units rented by CCSM or inclusionary units, but most tenants who receive a voucher are not on these wait lists. Housing choices are limited due to 2 factors: discrimination and the fact that the vouchers do not allow tenants to pay market rent. If the city obtains increased payment standards, this proposed law would help more people. Voucher holders are not at the top of the city's affordable housing wait list, lose their vouchers if they cannot locate housing within 90 days. Many are forced to port to other cities, which is detrimental to the city's Section 8 program. Because of discrimination, many subsidy recipients can only find housing in neighborhoods with higher minority concentrations. Studies have suggested that landlords discriminate against Section 8 voucher holders as a pretext for discriminating against minorities, disabled, and families with children. These populations are overrepresented in the Section 8 program, including in Santa Monica, as compared to the general population. This is a law that prohibits discrimination against Section 8 tenants. Thus, a law that would prohibit discrimination against Section 8 tenants would help affirmatively further fair housing and would help address this affordable housing crisis. This law would not require landlords to lower their asking rents to accept Section 8 tenants. Therefore, many privately owned units would still not be accessible to Section 8 voucher holders. However, this law would help those who are seeking to rent units within the payment standards, and it would help existing Section 8 tenants facing many levels of discrimination, and it would also allow rent-controlled tenants to obtain vouchers to use them.
That closes the public hearing on this matter. I don't think this will be a hard sell since the Council asked for this. And so that ordinance on first reading passes unanimously with a 7-0 vote of the Council, with all Council members present.